In the silent corners of desire lies a truth rarely spoken aloud, a truth that often dances beneath the surface of conversation, a truth shrouded in taboos, glances, and mysteries. Today on Whispered Stoic Secrets, we unveil this truth with vulnerability and respect. In this intimate exploration, we seek to understand, not to judge, not to expose, but to awaken our awareness to the subtle indicators of female sexual desire. Because understanding desire, in all its complexity and power, is one of the keys to deep human connection. Let's begin. 1. Her curiosity around sexuality is open and unapologetic. A woman with a high sex drive is often curious, not just about sex itself, but about sensuality, emotional connection, and how intimacy shapes the human experience. She may talk about sex without shame or awkwardness, not necessarily in graphic detail, but with a calm confidence that suggests she's made peace with her own body and her desires. This doesn't mean she flirts with everyone or seeks validation. Quite the opposite. She knows what she likes, and she's not afraid to explore it, mentally, emotionally, or physically. She may be fascinated by erotic art, by books that explore sensual dynamics, by philosophy about love and the body. Her curiosity isn't superficial. It is deep, intellectual, and embodied. That openness is a sign, not of promiscuity, but of attunement. She wants to understand herself, to feel more, not less. 2. She's highly in tune with her body and its cycles. Desire is biological, yes, but also emotional, hormonal, and psychological. A woman with a high libido often knows her own body very well. She notices when her energy shifts, when her desires fluctuate across the month, and she's not afraid to honor those rhythms. She might track her cycle not just for health, but to better understand when her arousal peaks. She notices textures, fabrics, scents. Her senses are alive. She might dress in ways that honor her own feelings of sensuality rather than for external validation. Maybe she feels more confident during ovulation and wears something more daring. Not for you, but for herself. Maybe she dances alone in her room, lights candles, takes long baths, because her body is sacred to her. This sensitivity is powerful. It's a portal to creativity, joy, and connection, and it often indicates a rich inner sensual life. 3. Her energy is magnetic, not needy. There's a difference between attention-seeking and authentic desire. A woman with a high sex drive doesn't beg for attention. She naturally draws it. Her presence might feel electric, not because of how she looks, but because of how she moves, listens, breathes. She may make eye contact that lingers just a second longer. She may laugh from her belly. She may stand close, not out of seduction, but connection. She's not performing. She's present, alive, and that presence radiates. Often people misinterpret this energy. They think she's flirting when she's simply alive. That's because her energy isn't repressed. It's expressed, sometimes without words. This magnetism is subtle. It lives in silence, glances, and gestures, and it speaks volumes. 4. She values emotional and physical intimacy. Equally, a high sex drive doesn't mean indiscriminate desire. In fact, many such women are highly selective, because for them, intimacy is sacred. They seek not just physical pleasure, but emotional resonance. They want to feel seen, held, and deeply connected. When this alignment occurs, mind, heart, and body, they open fully. She might ask deep questions. She might crave long conversations at 2 a.m. She might need to feel emotionally safe before she can let herself go physically. And when that safety exists, her passion is unmatched. These women understand that true intimacy is a dance, one that requires trust, patience, and authenticity. And when the rhythm is right, they pour themselves into it completely. 5. She doesn't feel guilty about wanting pleasure. This is perhaps the most powerful sign of all. Many cultures teach women to suppress their sexual selves, to be desirable, but not desiring, to be objects, but not agents. A woman with a high sex drive has often broken free from these chains. She doesn't see pleasure as dirty, shameful, or selfish. She sees it as a source of power, healing, and vitality. She may speak about self-love practices, about fantasies, about past experiences, not to shock, but to share truth. She may advocate for women's rights to pleasure, not just equality. She believes that a woman owning her desire is revolutionary. She doesn't chase, but she chooses. And in that choice lies tremendous freedom. Conclusion, it's not about stereotypes, it's about soul. Let us be clear. These signs are not checklists. They are invitations to look deeper. A woman is not more or less, depending on her libido. But understanding the signs of high desire helps us appreciate the diversity of human experience. And it helps women feel less